an excuse to do whatever you have to do as an adult.
Yeah.
Children need to be protected, and as an adult, it's your duty to protect your children, not influence them in whatever your duty as an adult is.
Yeah. And what do you think about the youth at the moment? Yeah, that's using areas as a postcode that's not theirs, and it's the government's, and they don't want people to come to different areas and stuff where they live. What do you think about that?
How do you mean?
Like, you know, like young boys now that you see on the TV that's doing badness. What do you think about them warring against each other from different postcodes?
I'm not sure.
Like different areas, you know, different areas where people live in different areas in London.
Yeah.
And they're having war against each other. What do you think about that?
It's bullshit again.
It's bullshit, yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think can change it, that to make them get along instead of them for everyone to go to different areas?
Try to understand each other. Just like try to understand what's wrong. What you decided to start war in the first place? What's the reason? Do you have a proper reason to start war against someone, or is it just like someone who tells you that, they tell you that, tells you that?
Don't you think we all should just get along instead of we all fighting against each other? It don't matter about the race.
Fighting is not a solution. I think listening to each other, listening and adapt to whatever people are saying to each other is really important. Like, it's no point of fighting just for the sake of fighting, just because you want to prove you're strong and you like you can fight. There's no point of doing that. If you can listen to someone, it's you being much stronger than someone who actually fighting. Yeah,
that's real. And can I ask you one more question? I'll leave you after that. What do you think about siblings, like brothers and sisters, like fighting against each other, like when they're at home together, like brothers and sisters, like cousins, all of that? What do you think about?
I mean, it happens. We know it happens. Like,
what can you do to solve it? What can you do to solve the revival between them two?
Again, just like talking to each other. Like, communication is the key. You have to talk to each other. You have to listen, because if you can't listen to someone, you lost everything.
But don't you think some brothers and sisters are a bit ignorant, like they don't listen?
Yeah, because they don't want to, because they don't take the minute to listen to. So it might be a bit of
a... okay.
But they don't take the minute to listen to each other, and it's so important to listen. It's just to keep everything in life.
Can you just big up Test the Skulll channel, TV. Test the Skulll TV on the camera.
What?
Test the Skulll.
Test the Skulll.
Test the Skulll. You know skull like you got in the head?
But no one child should be segregated from the father just because the father does not like the mother or the person that he was with beforehand. It's not fair.
And then why does fathers don't want to look after all their kids instead of just one?
Because they're not ready for it. If the father is choosing to pick one child, then it's because he's choosing favoritism, and he's doing that based on his feelings rather than what he needs to do as a man.
And then what can we do to change things in life? In life,
you can't. Life is saying that you're going to change a person, change the routine of somebody, change life altogether. You can't do
what
that.
can we change about the youth selling drugs and stuff? What do you think about that?
So selling drugs, honestly, if the kids want to do it, and I do not condone this whatsoever, if kids want to do it, I can't say anything.
No, you can't say anything about that. I understand. But big up Test the Skulll TV.
Test the Skulll TV.
And your name as well?
Stowe.
And big up Stowe on the TV from America. Yes. Big up. I come. You gotta say it. You say it. You say it now.
Okay, so siblings are going to have rivalry no matter what. It's natural. It's competition between each other. It's natural. It's something that our bodies do naturally to protect ourselves, to push ourselves forward, and make sure that we're successful. It's not necessarily anything against our siblings, against our parents, anything like that. It's just natural. It's biological. Biologically, we are set to push ourselves against other people in order to make sure that we're successful and not on top. That's how it works.
Okay.
So fighting over postcodes, zip codes, whatever you want to call it, it's all about competition. Again, it's biological. It's what you know. It's what you're raised with.
taking ownership for where you're from.
Exactly, and backing it as much as you can. It's just all about trying to push yourself as high as you can.
This is where my origin are, this is where my roots are, this is where I'm gonna fend, this is where I'm gonna push to be the best because this is where I'm from. This is why I am who I am.
You're repping where you're from. You're gonna make sure that where you're from is the best so that everybody knows where you're from and that you're gonna be amazing compared to everybody else. You want to be the best.
All right, one more thing. What do you think can stop it from everyone to get on with each other instead of we just warring against each other and
So
stuff?
everybody getting along instead of
Warring, yeah, just having war in that, yeah.
Honestly,
To me, it's not necessarily about that. It's not about stopping any sort of competition. Competition doesn't have to stop for war to stop. War can stop with the separation between identifying the difference between where we're from and our roots and the aggression against those supporting who we are and where we're from against separating it and being aggressive towards those that aren't where we're from. If we just support those and where we're at and making us successful, that alone, and not focusing on the aggression or anything like that and just focusing on building us, that alone is gonna cut back on violence.
well, being tolerant and open-minded and accepting everybody and not being so closed-minded and saying that, no, this is what I was raised with, this is what we do. Trying to accept everybody for what they've grown up with and not being completely just shut off to everything else. You have to open up and make sure that you bring everything in that you can, because honestly it's going to make you grow as a person. It's going to make you better, because if you only stick to one thing, it's going to ruin you because you're not going to progress. If you learn different things, you're going to become a more whole of a person rather than just sticking to what you know. People not giving up on that or not stopping being aggressive is honestly going to hurt them overall. Period and point blank.
Okay, we got Tesla Skull TV.
Tesla Skulls TV.
Thank you.
Honestly, fathers who walk away from their responsibility, it could be a couple of different things, honestly. They're in a bad place, which nothing excuses a father walking away from his child. You still have to support them and be there for them, whether it's money, whether it's physical, whether it's emotional. So a father walking away from a child, it's, I don't know, every person is so different. You cannot judge based on one different person.
Don't it hurt a child when they don't get to see their dad for a long time?
A child who doesn't get to see their father, okay, so I understand that's very hard, but I know several guys who have really good friends close to them, and they've almost been like a second father to them, so
but don't you think sometimes the mothers sometimes when they get single after their relationship that they struggle
they
take on the role
They take, absolutely, I can never disagree with that. A mother can take on both roles as a father and a mother, and it makes them so much stronger and can make their kids so much stronger because it shows them that their mother is fighting to give them everything that
but
they
then
need.
let me ask you one more question. Why does fathers don't want to be in their child's life? Can you answer that?
If they deliberately do not want to be in the child's life, that's completely on them because they're just absolutely complacent. They're wanting to continue their life as a single person, a single man, and they don't want to connect to anybody, commit to anybody, even a child, which that's a psychological thing. They're not prepared to adapt to that, be resilient, or even to take on that role. They're not ready for it. It's point blank in that. They're not ready for it.
And then why, if a guy has 4 children and only wants to look after one, what about the other 3?
So it depends on if each child has a different mother, then that might be a difference because he might favor.
Speak on it, darling. Good. For you, can you bring up Tesla Skull TV, yeah?
Can I do what?
Bring up Tesla Skulls TV.
Yeah.
I bring that up and then tell me.
Okay, so I got 2 kids, and any woman that tries to take her kids away from her ex, her husband, or anybody that she's with, that she's had a baby with, is not right. It's unfair and it's uncivil to the kids. It hurts them more than it does both the parents. It's not fair, and I don't like it. I've got 2 kids, and I would never do that to my husband.
Okay. So can you bring up Tesla Skull TV?
And what was it?
Tesla Skull TV.
Tesla Skull TV.
Tesla Skull.
Tesla Skull. Tesla Skull.
Like, you know your skull, like you got a skull,
Tesla Skull TV.
yeah.
There you go.
All right then, that was nice talking to you today.
Thank you so much.
Have a good evening as well,
You
yeah?
too.
All right then, thank you. And that was...
So my answer to the question is just get along.
Okay,
It doesn't matter where you live, like what postcode you belong to and stuff. Just get along. Like if you don't like each other, that's fine. Just like don't be friends. But if you want to be friends, then just be friends.
And what do you think can change it so that they can get along well? What do you think can change it? Do you think that they need some youth clubs or?
Don't force it. Like if you don't want to be friends with them, don't be friends with them. But like if you have stuff in common and stuff, and just try. Like, just because you're from different postcodes and stuff doesn't mean that you have to be not friends just because of where you're from. Like, if you have the same interests, if you vibe with people, then that's cool.
Okay. Can you big up Tester Skull TV?
Big up
Tester Skull TV.
Tester Skull TV. Big up Tester Skull TV.
Okay. Right now.
Alright, hey man, right. Rivalry with siblings.
Yeah.
Basically, my brother and I have 2 brothers.
Yeah.
But the one closest to me, definite rivalry. And that's kind of life, you know?
Yeah.
Like, when you're the older one, you always kind of want to make them grow up in a way.
Yeah.
So I love, like, pissing him off, riling him up, and then we'd be fighting.
Yeah.
And then that's kind of the rivalry of it, you know, like your siblings, and you fight when you have those moments, but at the same time, he's taught me so much about life, man. Honestly, my younger brother, I used to rile him up, try and get him G'd up, but he's the man. Like he's taught me a lot about life.
And what do you think is better for you lot to stop that rivalry with each other, to get on and stuff?
To be honest, I think that's grown up in a way. So what I'm talking about is when we're young kids, you know, and you're always
fighting,
chipping away at each other, trying to fight. But then when we get older, I saw that, like he has a lot to teach me. Maybe I have a bit to teach him.
Yeah.
And it's good.
All right.
Man.
So what's your name, mate? What's your name?
Billy.
Billy, nice to meet you. You know, can you big up Tester Skull TV?
Tester Skull TV.
Tester Skull.
Tester Skull.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Come big up, man.
Yeah, man. Why are youngers fighting over postcode that's not owned by them?
Because they're absolute idiots, and there's no need for it. They've watched too many films, they've watched too many videos, and it is fucking stupid.
What do you have to say?
Agree.
You agree to him? But give me something on it. Just dancing.
Because you've got to hold the door open for them, you've got to pay the bill for the food and the date and everything like that. But at the same time, they want equality, so they need to be equal in everything they want to be equal in. But at the same time, you have to do everything that they still want to. So everything that suits them to be equal is fine. But at the same time, if you have to do the other side of it, you have to pay the bill, you have to do that.
Boss, this is an interview, quickly. It's an interview, please. Sorry, it's an interview. Alright, go on, carry on.
No, it's pretty much finished.
Okay, can you big up Tester Skull TV? Can you big up Tester Skull TV?
What TV?
Tester Skull TV. Tester Skull TV.
Tesco TV.
Tester Skull. Alright, Tester Skull TV. And we just had Sam on this interview.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
And
Tesco TV.
Skull, yeah, TV. Yeah, big up Sam, man. Some
fathers want over responsibility because they don't need it. And what you need to do is delete all your Facebook, delete your Instagram, just disappear to Australia very quickly, and then no one will find you again. It's okay. Just hide in the outback. No one will find you. It's sweet. Good chat.
Okay, big up Sam on Tester Skull TV.
Oh, right, what a